Hey guys, Chris here, and back out at Deer Valley Airport with 4 Mike Alpha, the Archer 3. I'm going to try to attempt to do a little exterior inspection pre-flight of the airplane. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm just using one hand, so I'll do my best here. But as you can see, the airplane's still tied down, cones are around it, chocks are in and everything. So the first thing I do when I walk up to the airplane is get rid of that orange cone. We don't want another prop strike like someone else did. Get rid of the chocks and unchain it. So that's what I'm going to do first. There's one chain down. Alright, walking around to the other side of the plane, we'll grab this chain. Tough with one hand. And grab this chock, put it over here with this cone. Alright, now I'm gonna, here's my checkmate here with all my checklists. Next thing I'm gonna do is get in the baggage compartment, and back here we've got our little fuel checker bottle that we sump the fuel into. So one of the next things we're going to do here. So anyway, starting at this wing right here, I'm going to look down the wing, just make sure it's not crinkled or bent from any hard landings or anything that someone did and didn't let anyone else know about. But everything looks good. I don't see any rivets popped up or anything like that. So the wing looks in good shape as far as that's concerned. Next thing I'm going to go do is come over here and take off the fuel lid. Hard to do with one hand again. Let's see. There we go. And I'm going to look inside. I don't think you'll be able to tell right there, but the fuel's right to the tabs, which is good. Now I'm going to sump a little bit of the fuel, which is right over here by the landing gear. You just push up on that spring-loaded valve right there, and it dumps a little fuel in here. I'm going to look at it through the sun, and we're looking for color, we're looking for sediment, we're looking for water, and it looks clean. So I'm going to go ahead and dump it back in here. Alright, and lock this back down. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do, since I'm over here, is I'm going to check the oil right inside here. I'm going to pull this out and take a look, and very drippy. It's just over 6 quarts, which is good. The plane holds 8 quarts. The POH says that its minimum safe oil is only 2 quarts. That would seem disastrous, though, still at 2 quarts. But it seems like this engine, the Lycoming 0360, likes to be around 6.5 quarts, 6 1/4 quarts, somewhere around there. Anything more than that just gets blowed out anyways. So next thing I'm going to do is just kind of look through the air vents here, just make sure a bird didn't decide to make a nest or anything like that. in the air intakes. And then right in here is where the air filter is. Again, you probably can't see it, it's too dark. One of the other things I'm doing right up front here is I'm checking for tire pressure. It's got the wheel fairings on it, so the wheel pants on it, so I can't check brakes. So that's the disadvantage of having a wheel brakes, although it looks nice, you know. So I can't check the brakes. All I can do is make sure that the tires are not bald, they look good, and they are aired up. Also looking at the strut, it's not compressed or anything like that, so it seems to be in good shape. Next thing I'm going to do is take a look at this wing here and pop open the fuel tank, take a look inside. Again, at the tabs, so we're in good shape there. I'm going to sump the fuel, again, same location as the other one. Again, looking for color, looking for sediment, looking for water. That looks good. That looks good. So we're going to dump that back in. Alright, and while we're over here and doing fuel, we'll get the one right off the engine. It comes right out of the side. This one can get a little messy because of the angle that it's at. Looks like I got it good this time. Alright, again, fuel looks good, so we'll pour that back in. Alright, all done with the fuel. Alright, just again looking at this wheel and tire. It has air pressure in it, it's good. The tire's still in good shape, not damaged or anything. Like I said, we can't see the brakes, so it is what it is at this point. This right here is your stall horn indicator. You can test it after you go inside and turn the battery on, get some power going to it. So we'll do that in a little bit. Again, looking down the wing, looking for any possible popped rivets, any bends, dimples, dings, or whatever that you might want to note. Alright, next thing we're going to do is check the flaps, make sure all the little pins are through the hinges, and just check to see that it moves good. I'm also looking inside the plane for my yoke to be moving, and it is, so that looks good. So I'm looking at here at these hinges. Alright, like I said, I'm looking at these hinges. I'm looking for the pins that go through them to make sure that they're not loose and going to possibly come out. That one's in good shape. This one looks good too. That one looks good too. Everything's in there. Very good. Alright, oh, forgot one thing. See, when I get to this point, I start checking the flaps. I didn't pull the flaps up, or put the flaps down. So I'm going to go inside the airplane real quick and pull the flaps to put those down so I can check the hinges on those. Manual flaps on this plane. Alright, back over to here. Now with the flaps, there is 3 brackets on it. They're underneath these right here, and I check to make sure, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, that the screws and nuts are in good shape, nothing loose. Feeling from underneath, it's good. Good on this one too. And then you want to check this little ball joint here to make sure that it can twist a little bit, that it has movement. Good job. That looks good. Alright, while we're over here, I'm also going to check the static ports, static vents, I mean. Like this one is real small. I don't know if you could ever tell there's anything wrong with this, because there's just like a pinhole size hole right there. I don't think you'd be able to ever tell whether or not there's something inside that blocking it or not. Just check to make sure that the The antennas are still tight, not loose or anything. Alright, coming around to the back side, I'm going to check this is a full flying tail, alright, on the Archer. So with this, what I do is I put my hand on the top and bottom and wiggle it up and down, and then wiggle it side to side just a little bit. And I'm going to see if there's any slop or anything rattling around when that happens. So, one sec. Okay, so we're going to up it down a little bit, side to side. It's good. You can also you'll also be able to like move it up and down a little bit. When you do, you see the trim piece move with it. All right, and also I can see inside the plane that the yoke is coming back and forth. All right, while we're back here, we got to grab this chain too. Hooked itself. That's awesome. Alright. Alright. We don't touch the rudder back there. It's too delicate. But again, over here we can kind of wiggle the tail up and down and left and right, and just make sure it feels the same from this side. And it feels good. Actually feels better than the last time I flew it. It had a little shudder to it, like the yoke needed lubed a little bit to make it, smoother. While we're at the back here, here's where the ELT is. The door hatch to it's still connected, so that's good. Again, the antenna's in good shape. There's one of those other static vents. Again, I don't know how, if ever, you'd be able to tell if that thing got clogged. And then back over to this side, we're going to check this flap. Again, checking that this little ball joint right here is still loose, or not loose, but movable. And we're checking the little bolts. The bolts and nuts that are attached to these flaps right here. It's good. Again, the aileron, moving it up and down, you can see right inside the cockpit there that the yoke is turning left and right with it. So that's good. And looking again at the hinges and the little pins that go through them, and they're all the way in, so it's very good. I can't imagine losing an aileron in flight. That would have to be the worst. And that pretty much takes care of the exterior inspection on this Archer. Oh, one other thing. You can take a look at the muffler down here and just wiggle it a little bit, just to make sure it's not loose. It's in good shape. So that was the only thing that I missed when I came around to the engine side, but you should take a look at that. Oh, very important. The spinner and the prop. Now I thought yesterday when I looked at this that they put a brand new prop on it. It does look brand new from the last time I ever flew it, but Jackie said that they just reconditioned the whole thing, and they did such an awesome job. I can't tell that they ever sanded any of it. It is so smooth, not a nick or scratch on it, and they just painted it. Yeah, it looks great. And just checking the spinner that it's on securely and no cracks in it. Okay. Alright. Now we can check the lights, the exterior lights. So what we're going to do is jump in and turn the battery on and the lights, and we'll go around and inspect that. Master, battery. And we're going to turn on the landing lights, the navigation lights, and turn the strobe on. Alright, we can see on the tail that the strobe is flashing. That's good. We can see the strobe is flashing on the wingtips. We've got our green marker here. We've got our white light over there. That's good. And we got our landing lights right there. Good. I'm going to check the other side. Landing light's good. Red marker, strobe, white light. Very good. Alright. Now, what you normally do is you come over here and... Oh, I hear it. Okay. I was going to say what you normally do is you come over here and you hit the stall horn indicator. I can hear it, but you can't. That tells me that the stall horn's working. Sometimes you don't get that noise, and it's because you've got all those lights on and everything, and there's just not enough voltage at the time to do that, I guess. But maybe they put a new battery in it since the last time I flew, because before we had to at least turn the lights off in order for that to happen. Alright, that's it. Jackie should be here in just a few minutes. Again, a little interior shot of the Archer. And we should be ready to go. We're going to do... Here's one of my Sony CyberShot camera. It shoots in HD 720 and 1080. Sometimes I try and use it right there with the suction cup mount. Usually works pretty good. Sometimes I've had it fall off, that suction doesn't stay. And with my head right there, actually I moved the seat forward a little bit, and so my head don't hit that. But the tough part is after I've got it set there, is trying to get it focused, or not focused, but zoomed in properly to where you're not seeing, well, that you're seeing everything good right through the windshield. You don't got like half my dash, half the overhead panel and all that. So anyways, so we'll see how this goes. Here's what I used to record my audio. I use a little RCA digital voice recorder, and it's got a little, I bought a little external mic for it like that, and I just pop that inside my ear cups right here on my Dave Clark headset. So that's how I get the ATC and comms for you, and then I just put it all together with Sony Vegas. So anyways, I hope you like that, and if you have any questions or anything about how I did it versus how you do it, or if I missed something, which is possible, ouch, feel free to give me a buzz. Talk to you later.